Hello, I'm Mark, and welcome to Scotch Sunday. Today we're going to do a review on Glenglassaugh Sandend, so stay tuned. Hello, it's Mark. Welcome to Scotch Sunday. As I mentioned in a previous video, I lost many of my videos, dozens, so I had to redo a bunch of these. That's why I've been gone for so long, but I'm trying to catch up here. So today I'm going to do a whiskey review on Glenglassaugh Sandend. And Glenglassaugh is a Highland single malt Scotch. This is natural color, no chill filtration, and it is 50.5% ABV. They are part of the Benriach Glendronach group. Rachel Berry is their master distiller. They were used mostly for blends and Famous Grouse and Cutty Sark. They were established in 1875 and later closed in 1907, reopened in 1931, closed in 1936, opened again in 1960, and then closed again in 1986, reopened in 2008 under Benriach. And now they're part of Brown-Forman since 2016. Retailed about $72.99, I believe, is what I paid. And what else can I tell you? I think that's pretty much it. They definitely did a rebranding. Their last really group was the Evolution, Revival, and started with a T. Turfrog, I don't remember, but yeah. So this is under the rebranding. They have this. The 12 apparently scored very well, or maybe it was this one. One of them scored very high on Whiskey of the Year. But anyway, so let me show it to you in the glass. And here is the bottle. So let me read it to you. Glenglassaugh since 1875, Highland single malt Scotch whiskey, waves of tropical sweetness with a crack of sea salt, 50.5% ABV. Rachel Berry is the master blender. Distilled, aged, and bottled in Scotland. Inspired by the crescent beach of Sandend Bay, Glenglassaugh Sandend is matured in bourbon, sherry, and Manzanilla casks for four luscious waves of flavor. Alright, here's the box. Same thing on the front. Taste of Glenglassaugh is to pull the lush shores of Sandend Bay, where in curving copper stills and dark casks of oak, a coastal single malt is born. Softly rolling surf sweeps across the scattering of ancient harbor towns here, while dolphins play. Gannets die. I don't know what gannets are. I think they're maybe a bird. And spirits are renewed by the joy of life at a gentler place. Glenglassaugh Sandend is distilled with mineral-rich spring water and nourished by the sea air that drifts through our warehouses, enriched by bourbon, sherry, and Manzanilla. I don't know why I would say sherry and Manzanilla, because Manzanilla is a type of sherry. So, not sure what that wording means there. Enriched by bourbon, sherry, and Manzanilla casks. Over time, the lush flavor of Glenglassaugh Sandend brightens into waves of tropical sweetness infused with a crack of sea salt. So, I'm wondering, wait, was Manzanilla the one that was, no, that's something, no, that's Palo Codera. But yeah, Manzanilla is, I can't remember if that's the Fino style or the Oloroso style, but I'll put it in the video. So, all right. Definitely got a tropical note to it. Tropical fruit for sure. That's what hits you up front. Pineapple. pineapple, almost tastes like a rum barrel, you know, with this pineapple kind of tropical fruit, pineapple coconut kind of style. Vanilla, very light smelling on the palate. Some citrus. Pineapple, I'm going to go grapefruit. Pineapple, grapefruit, there's like a shoe leather in there. Vanilla. Yeah, that's what I get. Maybe a little red fruit in there, like a little bit of strawberry maybe. Like maybe even white grapes. So yeah, white grapes. That's kind of what I'm getting there. Very sweet though. All right, onto the palate. Definitely still get the tropical fruit. I'm getting some spicy, I'm gonna say ginger. Yeah. Sour cherry. Yeah, we had a sour cherry tree where I grew up. Reminds me of that sour cherry, like sour cherry and vanilla. Definitely almost cobblery with like maybe a sour cherry cobbler with like caramel and I don't know, maybe some coconut sprinkled on it. That's kind of what I'm getting. So, all right. More vanilla now. Less tropical fruit. More vanilla. Caramel. A little bready. Sweet bread. Yeah, just like if you made a cobbler out of sour cherries, which I know most people would never do, but we had so many sour cherries that we made everything out of it. Pies, wine, cobbler, whatever. Shoe leather is still there. Yeah. Yeah, that tropical fruit, like that coconut, it's almost like a toasted coconut. Toasted coconut, pineapple, sour cherry, vanilla. Yeah, excellent dram. Excellent dram. This is a good drinker. $72.99 is, I think, is what I paid. So, and 50.5% ABV. So that's, that'd be pretty good everyday dram, except a little high on the price for an everyday dram. But all right, on my 10-point Likert scale, which, gosh, I'm pretty harsh usually. I usually, don't give very high scores. Very few 10s, very few 9s. But I'll give this at least an 8, maybe a 9, in between an 8 and a 9 there. I might give it a 9 because I think this does belong on your shelf. But yeah, so we'll see you next time.